Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're back with another Reddit BKFC Ask Me Anything. We're joined by Ruben, Bad Boy Warr. How you doing, Ruben?
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm great. How's training camp going?
Oh man, I'm truly blessed this camp. Love my people back home, but it's a blessing to sleep in a gym, wake up to your coach, and train every day, and just have him by your side at all times, and train, eat, sleep. We do everything together, so we build a really good relationship with one another, and it's like I want to give him the world now.
Are you training in Louisville or where you at?
I'm in Vista, California right now.
Oh, okay, okay. You're originally from California, but then you were like moved to Tennessee, right? And then now you're back in California, or
Came from LA, but I left when I was like 18.
okay,
So Kentucky's my home now. Um,
Kentucky. That's right. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, Kentucky's my home. But I still love Cali though. so, but it's not home. Louisville's always home. You know,
How long have you been in Cali? Were you able to take the kids with you, or are they still back in Kentucky?
they stay with their mom. Um, we have a good relationship. I let her follow her dreams and her goals first before I did mine.
Sure.
Um, Now she's at where she wants to be in life and has her family, and now I could chase my dreams. So it kind of worked out, and now I could focus on my dreams. So I've been here for 5 weeks so far.
The question a lot of us had: did Grunt Style ever send you any gear for giving them an absolute promo, like knocking a dude out on their sign?
I don't know what happened with that. I was hoping I get some shirts because I like their stuff, but no, I didn't get nothing.
I love all the stuff like, hey, you want to see a dead body? I mean, like that was such a vicious knockout and like just instantaneous. Like, are you ready? Go, instant knockout.
Yeah, we the crazy thing is like that's just my style. I'm really good at sniping people. Um I've always been good at reading people when I fight. I just was able to put it together really quick, and I was super focused that fight. I trained super hard, and we worked that combo probably like a million times. So so it just kind of worked out the way it did.
Okay, so you had a very controversial fight out in California. Not that your fight was controversial, but your opponent tested positive for PED. How does that make you feel? You're an all natural guy. Like, how does that like make you feel?
I mean, it is
Did
what
you
it
have a
is.
suspicion or no?
I mean, I don't really look into that stuff. Um, I was more upset that California tried to rob me because everybody knows I won that fight.
Yeah.
So so to go from getting robbed from the decision from the judges to then he popped and now it's a no contest. In my opinion, I should get the W because I really did win that fight. I took that fight 3 weeks notice, uh, and Angel Court didn't even land on me. I mean, the dude was punching the air, so it is what it is. I just focus. I stay in my lane. I focus on the ultimate goal, and that's just become better every fight.
Okay, so you and I have talked. The one knock on you is you can feed into trolls a little bit. Like you're a great guy, you have a great story, but people come at you and you have no problem going back at them versus just kind of shutting them out. Is that something you're working on, or you that's just who you are?
I mean, if you got bark on me, I'm gonna bark back. It is what it is. If you don't like me, then don't bark at me. If you don't like what I say, don't bark at me. You know, some of these fighters, man, they talk pretty crazy, bro. And for a while, I would ignore it. But I deserve my respect. I'm doing things that nobody's doing in the sport. I fought 4 times this year. I came from the trial. It's not like I asked with my hand out. From day one, I've put in the work, and my work speaks for itself. And I'm breaking numbers, and I'm doing things not even a year into the sport. So to have these dudes come out here and try to disrespect me, I'm gonna bark. I'm gonna bark back. I'm gonna stand my ground. It is what it is, and if you don't like what I gotta say, then leave me the fuck alone. You know, that's
How
just
crazy? Oh, sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
no. It's just that's just who I am, bro. Like I mind my own business. I stay in my own lane. You know, I work, I train, I take care of my kids. I don't bother. I don't go out. I don't party. I don't, you know, I don't do none of that. So, you know, people got a problem with me. That's their problem. It ain't my problem. That's their problem. You know, it's obviously I'm doing something that they can't do, and they got some jealousy over me. So, you know, if they're gonna bark at me just because they're jealous, I'm gonna bark back.
You've had probably one of the best years in BKFC from you went to tryouts and now you're headlining a main event. Like how like talk about that. Like did you know when you did the tryouts with Chris Lytle and stuff, you said, like was that kind of your goal or just everything kind of fell into place?
To be honest, the only reason I went is because I was just so freaking depressed from everything that I was going through, and I just needed something to keep me focused and keep me from being out of the streets and doing things that I shouldn't be doing, you know, and doing things out of anger and possibly losing my life or losing my kid's life. I'm doing my best to be a better person because my kids are watching every move I make. So I wanted to go into the gym and kind of get out of the dark phase that I was in. I had no plans on, you know, joining BKFC, or no plans on even fighting for real. I just was doing it for my mental health. And then I just got addicted to it again the way I did back then. And went to the trials. I just told them I want all the smoke. You know, I don't care who it is. Just give me somebody. And I cut 30 pounds from January to March. In a month and a half. I cut 30 pounds to make weight, then fought April, then fought July, and now November. So,
It is a fairy tale script, though. I mean, like I said, like there's very few people that come in win as many fights as you did, and like already headlining. There's so many guys that like struggle to get one fight, but you do put on entertaining fights. Like, how do you? Where did the entertaining style come from? Is that like your MMA style, or that you just knew that you had to turn it up for the BKFC, or?
uh, like I said, I think it's just with all the anger I got in me. It's how I cope with my depression, man. I hold everything in until the fight, and then when it comes to fight day, I let it all out. You know, it's like my way to express my pain is in the ring, and I've been battling it for a long time, and I've let my anger control my mind and my soul to where it got me in a lot of trouble. So now that I've learned to cope with my anger, I just put it into training and I put it into my fights, and that's all you guys see. That's all. That's it.
Okay, so Houston Alexander told me one of the darkest thing ever. He said when he's getting ready to fight an opponent, he visualizes that person doing something awful to his children, and he wants to get in there and physically kill him. Do you need to put like, do you go that dark in your head when you're getting ready to knock somebody out, or it's already pretty dark like that?
Already dark like that, bro. I've had a dark life my whole life. You know, I just think about the shit that really I've been through within the past year. And then I think about where I want to be in my life, you know, and I know that finishing my opponent, whether it's in the first round, whether it's 6 seconds or, you know, a minute and 30 seconds, my goal is to finish you in the first round so I can give my family that opportunity in life. Um, I try not to think too much of the dark passes because it really did affect me in my life. It really does put a big chip on my shoulder because I've struggled for a very long time, man. People don't understand like depression is a real thing. It's a real thing. It really does. It does fuck up your mind. It does fuck up your heart and your soul. And when you're really trying to do the best that you can for your children, it's hard to put it to keep everything strong. You know, it's hard to deal and cope with your emotions the way you need to instead of the way you want to, you know, and that was my biggest problem. So I had to seek a lot of therapy to learn about that, and then after I did therapy, I really was able to control my feelings and really control my mind, and put that into training and put it into my fights. But you know, these fighters out here talking all that shit, it's kind of hard to do that. It's kind of hard to cope with your emotions and keep everything, you know, sane, right? It's hard for me to do that when you got people talking the side of their neck. It makes me want to It makes me want to go through my phone and yank them out of my phone and whoop their ass. You know what I mean?
One of the things that I really like about you is you're very open about the therapy and how it helped you. Do you still see a therapist, or do you like are you at a good spot now, or do you feel like it still helps?
Yeah, I haven't gone to therapy as much as I want to, just because you know, I'm a single dad, so I'm very tight on my finances. I'm very strict on my finances. So, um, therapy was very expensive for me because I don't have health insurance. So I was paying everything out of pocket.
Mhm.
So it was very it put a big strain in my finances, but I knew I needed to do it. So once I realized that I was able to heal and work on the things that I needed to work on, I kind of cut it down quite a bit. But I know I can call her anytime. So if I really needed her, I'll call her for sure.
Are you one of those guys that has like do you have a good bond with I mean, I know you got to coach and stuff. Is that therapeutic at all, or like it's completely different to actually talk to a therapist?
At first it was very hard for me. I'm a very closed man. It um, I'm very isolated. So it was hard for me at first to kind of get used to therapy. But once I felt like I could trust her, and I knew that anything I could say wasn't going to be used against me, I was like, all right, man, I'm going to really try to give this a shot because um, I really wanted to be the best father I could be. In order for me to be the best father, I had to be my best self. So I had to do things I didn't want to do, which was therapy. And it was hard at first, but now I'm really glad I took that step.
Okay, it was made kind of a big deal one of your past fights that your mom came. Like, how is that stuff going? Is it still going well, or like
Out this fight,
are you flying her out?
yeah, I already bought her ticket, so she'll come out the day of weigh-ins and she'll be at my fight.
How did that's got to be like a great feeling for you? Like you get to experience all. I mean, it sucks you miss it when you were younger, but now that you're an adult and you're so much more aware of your feelings and stuff, it's got to be a great feeling.
Yeah, there's just so much. It's like you grow up without a mom, you grow up without parents, um, and you finally get your mom part time for those couple of days. It's like you want to enjoy every second of it. You want to soak everything in. So I do the best I can to soak everything in, but sometimes I feel like it's too good to be true. Like the fact that she's next to me and the fact that I'm seeing her with my own eyes instead of talking to her on the phone. Um, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing to be able to, you know, have her call me in case she struggle with money. I send her $1,000 like it's nothing. It's my goal is to pay off her house. Like I said, after I knocked out Robbie, I was going to pay her house. You know, um, so this fight, BKFC better have a check ready because I'm coming.
Okay, so Bovar is a tough guy, but he's beatable. You know what I mean? So how do you see this fight going? Are you able to stop him, or are you? I mean, he's got endurance and he's durable. Like you know, what I mean, like do you see it going the distance or?
By me. So we'll see that when he gets hit by me because he's gonna get hit. He's gonna get hit. I promise you. So he could. All the I'm a warrior. Yeah, yeah. He's a warrior against guys that don't hit like me. I hit different, and anybody who trains with me will tell you I hit different. So um, I'm in the best shape of my life at 36. I don't even look 36.
No.
So I'm in the best shape of my life at 36. I'm running 6 miles under an 8 minute pace. And that's just my warm up. That's for my training. So I'm the hardest worker in the gym in every gym that I go to. So he could come at me with anything he wants, but once he gets hit by me one time, he's gonna feel it, and it's gonna change his mind. If not, he's gonna go to sleep, and I'm ready for anything he's got to give me.
I know you've talked in the past that you say you don't care what the weight is, but is 55 your home? Is that where you prefer to stay?
Kill myself no more, man. I'm 36, but I'm also not gonna be lazy and not want to cut some weight. I feel like 55 is the perfect weight class. I'm still cutting, 25, 30 pounds to make this fight happen. So I'm still cutting a lot of weight, but it's not killing my body. I'm not draining myself to make weight. So I feel strong. I'm getting stronger every day. Um, and I just feel healthier that way. I don't want to, I rather feel healthy than cut a shit ton of weight.
Okay, you're not currently in the top five, but you've got to be on the cusp. You got to be six or seven, I would assume. Is there anybody in the top five that you like really? Do you see after this fight? Do you plan on calling anybody out, or is it just whatever Dave gives you?
Tenaglia, I don't care. I want him.
Sorry,
That
say it again.
I want Tenaglia, or however you say his name. That's all
Sure.
I want that belt. That belt belongs in America. This is America. This is an American organization. That belt belongs to America. We finally got our gangster as a president. Well, guess what? We need to send our gangster to come get that motherfucker because I'm ready. So, when I knock out Bovar, Nate Shook better be ready to fucking send that contract out. You know,
Everybody, it seems like now wants to do all these international fights. I want to go to Spain. They're going to Italy. Is that on the list?
bring his ass to the United States. He just fought in his country. Let me find. I've been fighting in Cali. I don't even live here. I've been fighting in Cali. I've been fighting in Mexico. Come find my city. I want bring BKFC to my city. Let me sell that my show out. I've been selling everybody else's show out. Let me sell my show out.
I was kind of surprised they didn't try to use you on the Georgia card. I don't know how legal it is in Kentucky yet, but I was kind of curious if they would put you on that show because at least it's a little closer to home. But
I mean, who they gonna set me up with in Atlanta? I mean, I don't know. I feel like I built a name in California. That's why they keep sending me out there. And I am from Cali, so it makes sense. But Kentucky's my home. I want to fight in my home territory. I would love to be the next Ali, a world champion, just without the gloves. I'm doing things in the sport that no one's ever done. I'm fighting 4 times in a year, going from tryouts to you know top 10 in the world in what 1 year.
right.
So breaking numbers. I'm building more fans day by day. So why not? Let me fight in my city.
You are out in California. I know you do the roofing stuff. Are you able to work out in California, or did you stockpile a bunch of money so you could go out to Cali?
Dude, I was why you think I'm sleeping in a gym, taking cold ass showers. I knew that I wanted, in order for me to elevate my game, I have to do things I didn't want to do. Well, that means leave my job, leave my kids, come over here and wake up, eat, sleep, and train. And that's what I'm doing. I'm sacrificing money. I'm sacrificing time away from my kids to come out there and break numbers again in front of all y'all. So, that's what I'm saying. If people want to hate on me for trying to give my kids the best life, hate on me. But I'm not gonna stop doing what I'm doing. And I'm only gonna continue to get better. I'm only gonna continue to get stronger. I'm gonna continue to get faster. So keep fucking hating on me.
I feel like BKFC had Lorenzo Hunt, who is like the good bad guy. He's a great fighter, and people hated on him. You right now are winning and stacking all these wins, and people hate on you. And you've got the attitude. I feel like you could be the next like good bad guy.
I'm always the villain, bro. I've been the villain in my state. I'm like the most hated man in my own state. Um, that shit don't bother me. And the crazy thing is, I actually stay in my lane, bro. I stay in my lane. I don't go out. I don't party. I don't look like a fool. I take care of my kids. I go to work and I train my ass off. That's it. You know, I'm not a I'm not a guy that seeks attention. No, none of that. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the spotlight. I don't care about any of that. I love breaking numbers. I love knocking people the fuck out, and I love providing for my kids and being a family man. Those are my three things. I want to be the best father. I want to be the best fighter in BKFC, and hopefully now I got a girl now, so I'm gonna be the best boyfriend I could be. So it's like everything that I do, I have to exceed to be the best in everything that I do. And if you know me or if you ever worked with me, they'll tell you that. That's just my mindset. I have a Kobe mindset. I was born with a Kobe mindset. So that's just me, you know?
Okay, no mom's coming out. Are you bringing the kids out too or no?
Oh, no, no, no. Um, as much as I want them, they got school, they got folks at school right now. My kids are on top of their class. Their mom's probably one of the smartest people I know. So she's very strict when it comes to the school. And I know it's only for their best. So they're going to just go watch at the house, you know?
Do your kids like to go to the gym and fight? I mean, do you see that either of them being a fighter when they get older? Or?
I don't know. I think my daughter might. My son, no. But my daughter, she may do it just because her dad does it. But I want them just to be themselves. I don't want them to do something that they're only doing it because of me. I'd rather them do something that they love to do and push them to be at the best at something that they love to do. So my son's a big baseball guy right now. So right now I have him working baseball, hitting. We're going to the batting cages, and I practice with him a lot on his baseball. So if he wants to fight, I would love to have him fight, but I until I hear it from his own mouth, I'm gonna let him play baseball.
Okay, their dad is a famous. You're famous. You know, you get mentioned by people. People, you do your kids talk about that at all? Like, oh, dad, people were talking about you at school today, or
Yeah, my daughter's dad. She always talks. Her teachers always talk about me, I guess. But a lot of people come up to them a lot because of me. But I'm not. I don't care about that crap. I just I just care about them, and I just focus on them, and I'll stay in my own lane.
okay. So as soon as the fight's over, you heading back to Kentucky and get back to work, or are you gonna try to stay out there a little bit longer? Or?
I get one whole day. So me and my mom, because my chick lives out here in California, so me, my mom, and my girl, we're gonna have one actual whole day together for the first time. So it'll be nice, to not stress about getting to the airport, none of that. So the whole day, just relax and enjoy that victory because I know I'm gonna fuck this man up. So
Okay, so we've been asking fighters if you could change one rule, or is there anything about BKFC? Like, I think BKFC as a whole works pretty great. Is there anything that you would trade about BKFC?
yeah, when people are fucking knocked out, stop the fucking clock. That's it. When people are knocked the fuck out, don't clown. Don't no 8 count. They're out. Stop it. Stop the fight because it's ruining people's freaking records.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I worked extremely hard, and I don't care what anybody says. I have the fastest knockout and the cleanest knockout in combat sports. It wasn't 6 seconds. It was 2.7. If you, I trust me, I've timed it a million times. 2.7. So, that's another thing. BKFC needs to pay me. I don't care what they say. They need to pay me more money, and they need to fix my time, and they need to fix my record. I'm 3-0. I'm 3-0. I'm not 2-0. I'm 3-0. So, you know,
It is kind of frustrating that, like you said, I mean, like if someone pops hot, I feel like that should count as a loss for them. Like it makes no sense.
well, I mean, it's not even that. Even if he didn't pass, that was my fight, bro. That was my fight. I mean, I landed fucking everything I threw. The dude punched the air, and I took this fight 3 weeks' notice after fighting Coca. So, to go in there and was a huge underdog, and everybody was booing me, and just because he sold, as many tickets, that shouldn't justify that I won that fucking fight, bro. I won that fight. Everybody knows I won that fight. I mean, read the comments, dude. The Everyone's talking about how I was robbed. Everybody. How does people who don't even judge fights know that I won that fight? You
It's
know?
very frustrating because I had you winning too. Like I watched it and I feel like I know a lot about BKFC. And but it's weird. Like we've seen some controversial decisions like that. We've been seeing some knockdowns that aren't called knockdowns. It seems like it's getting kind of sloppy at the moment. I don't like that.
Yeah, they need to do better, or fucking actually pay attention to the fight. Like some of these judges, man, I don't understand their scoring. How can you score something if you don't land? It's not about the output. It's about how many times you land and damage, right? So
Sure.
if how many times you land and how much damage and who's pressuring the fight, that person should fucking win the fight, bro. I mean, it doesn't take a monkey to understand that. Yeah, that's a little frustrating. And then the fact that the dude pops and deletes his social media like a coward instead of being apologizing to the people who wasted their money to watch that fight. It's disrespect to the sport. It's disrespect to BKFC. It's disrespect to the people. It's disrespect to y'all who take the time to interview us. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I felt like the dude just used BKFC as the name, got all these sponsors, got all this money, and then knew that he was gonna fucking pop because he fucking cheated, and then disappeared because he knew about it. Right after the fight, the dude blocked his or deleted his social media like a coward.
I've reached out to him a couple times because like you said, I interview you guys, I become friends, and I still haven't heard anything, which is kind of disappointing because, like you said, if you come out and you say, "Look, apologize," and but like you said, it's very frustrating for a lot of people.
People don't take any credit for their actions. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to act like they're like the superhero, but when they're in the wrong, they can never admit that they're in the wrong, bro. They always want to blame other people for their shit, and a lot of these fighters are like that, bro. A lot of these fighters don't even have the real fucking balls. You know what I'm saying? They just want to talk on a keyboard, talk shit, act like they're this badass motherfucker on a keyboard. But when it comes to face, they're the opposite. You know, they're nice, they're this, they're that. Nah, man. I don't need to be fake to nobody. I'm not, and I told BKFC, I'm not gonna be fake. Don't expect me to be no fake person. I'm gonna be myself and myself only. And you could accept me for who I am and like me for who I am, or you could suck my nuts. And it don't bother me.
The last time we talked, your car had bullet holes in it. Were you able to get a new vehicle yet? Or are you still driving that one?
No, because BKFC doesn't pay me. So, no, my car doesn't even work now. I had to use friends' cars to even pick up my kids from school. You know what I'm saying? It's like that was another reason why I came out here. It's because all this was stressing me out. Work, being a full-time dad, trying to train without a fucking car. And it's like, man, I don't want to stress about that. This is the biggest fight of my career. This is going to open multiple doors. My goal is to open my own roofing company. So after this fight, so yeah, BKFC better have that fucking check ready. They better have a checkbook and a fucking pen ready because I'm gonna kill this man.
And then what's your plan? I mean, like next year right away, or
How much they gonna pay me?
yeah.
I mean, I'm not fighting for pennies no more, bro. I feel like I deserve to get paid, especially watching these lame ass fighters getting paid all kinds of crazy money. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, you can't even. I'm above these people and they're getting paid more than me. Make that make sense? I'm breaking numbers. And you're paying these lame ass fighters more money than me.
How many fights do you have left on your contract? Are you a free agent after this one?
I don't know. It's been a one fight contract every fight. So, you know,
Has
watch some people in the comments talk shit about that too. It's like I can knock somebody out in 2 seconds. Oh, Ruben sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing I can do is never gonna change. I'm gonna always have haters. I'm always gonna have people talking the side of their neck. I'm gonna have people make fake accounts to run their fucking mouth. And then they wonder why I got a chip on my shoulder.
is there any interest in going back to MMA some? I mean, now you're starting to like make the name. Are you starting to be approached about some of the other stuff, or like you just want to focus on BKFC?
I don't know. I'll fight whatever, man. I'm not. I'm just training and having fun, bro. I don't really care about what kind of fighting style it is because I can get down regardless, whether it's MMA, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai. I can get down in every kind of martial art there is. You know what I'm saying? So I just love to fight. Fighting
Sure.
is who I am. So, um, if it's boxing, it's boxing. If it's MMA, fuck it, let's go.
I just, like I said, I noticed like the more like some of these fighters who aren't getting necessarily a lot of guys are struggling to get 2 fights a year. You're able to get 4, which is great, but like they're using the BKFC and the highlight reel knockouts and stuff to like get karate combat or go do it like BKFC, the bare knuckle MMA stuff.
Yeah, I mean, people are not doing what I'm doing though.
Yeah,
I'm saying so. Do what I do first before you keep asking for fights. That's why I feel like BKFC puts me out there. I go in there and I fight. I don't run. I don't do none of that. People can talk shit about Angel Core, but my goal is to fight. I fought Angel Core and I made him miss. They could hate on me for that, but he punched the air. The dude trained for months and punched the air. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I trained for 3 weeks for that fight,
yeah.
and they didn't hit me. That just shows the level of boxing that I have. And people always underestimate my striking because my wrestling.
I think he just got a phone call. Yep, there you're back.
I said
You're back.
people underestimate me because my so superior. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So whatever they want to do, man. If BKFC wants to continue having me fight, I would love to fight for a belt next. If they don't want to give me a belt next, they want me to fight somebody else, I'll fight somebody else. I don't care.
Well, I love you. You're fun to talk to. You're open and honest. There's so many fighters that you can tell are kind of guarded when like you are who you say you are. That's one of my favorite things about you.
Yeah, bro. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to please people. I'm not here to kiss nobody's ass. The only thing I'm here for is to put food on the table for my kids. That's about it. I ain't. I mean, I can only be myself, and if you don't like me, you don't like me. If you love me, you love me. It don't bother me none.
Well, best of luck in your fight. Have fun with your mom, and I can't wait to see you post some stuff with the kids because that's one of my favorite things that you do is you post the cool stuff doing stuff with your kids. That's one of my favorites.
Fun shit, always. It's
Well,
my favorite life,
good luck in your fight. We know you're going to get the win, and have a great day. Thanks, man.
bro. I appreciate you, man.
See you, bud.